Thank you for this award. I am incredibly humbled, and I am incredibly proud to be a Sacramento State Hornet. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge my family, my father, Michael Harrison, my other father, Raymond Lambert, my grandmother, Esther Henderson, and I have a few mentors in the room. And these men have really helped me and have given me direction and strategic advice in my life, and without them, I wouldn't be standing before you today. Dennis Mengers is in the room tonight. He has been incredibly instrumental in my life. Justice Vance Ray and Mr. Dotson Wilson had to leave early, but I definitely want to give him his due credit. So thank you. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge my wife, Doris Harrison, who immigrated from the Philippines, and this week she earned her citizenship. Love you, baby. And my daughter, Ryan Jr., yes, I named her after me. So Sacramento State was a springboard to leadership for me. I was heavily involved in campus. I served on numerous internal committees. I served on student government, representing all of the graduate students at the university. At that time, there were 5,000. I was involved in the University Grade Appeals panel, and during that time, I was also a fellow in the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders program. I definitely want to acknowledge the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders in the room and Mr. Scott Syfax, who is also a mentor of mine. I forgot to mention him. So please give him a round of applause. So a lot of what I do is mimic behavior, learn behavior. We can only do what we see and build upon that. And the guiding person in my life who has taught me about leadership and service has been my grandfather, who was an original Tuskegee Airman. And I brought up to this podium today a prop. It's his Congressional Gold Medal of Honor. It was given to him by the President of the United States of America, and on the back it says, "Outstanding combat record, inspired revolutionary reform in the armed forces." And I look at the word reform, it makes me think of the word change. And change is uncomfortable. Leadership is uncomfortable. And in order to engage in behavior that makes people feel uncomfortable, you need to have courage. And in order to have courage, you need to be able to have vision to see what exactly you want in the future and to go toward that and not take no for an answer, to not make excuses for why you cannot succeed. When I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, I learned that excuses are tools of the incompetent that build monument to nothingness, and those who specialize in them are seldom good at anything. So even though I did learn about leadership through the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders program, I was always a leader in my life because I had always forced discomfort in my life. When I was in high school, I actually unilaterally integrated a high school in Napa. I was the only black guy in my class. And you know, you might think it was tough for me. It actually wasn't. I was like the coolest guy in the whole school. And it was a school in Napa. It was a small Catholic school named Justin Siena. And in order to go there, in order to afford the tuition, I had to work as a janitor. I had to renovate classrooms in the summer. I had to serve lunch food to my peers, mow lawns, and do other things. And I did that because I knew that going to a school of that caliber would help me get to where I need to go. It's probably the reason why I'm standing before you today also. And that year, I was, basically recruited for my athletic talents. But that year, I helped the school secure its first statewide football championship since 1983. And it was the reason why I eventually was recruited to college to play football at UC Davis. So after my first year there, I did so well. My twin brother, yes, there's another one. I have a twin brother. His name is Brian Harrison. He's also a lawyer. So my brother came to the school my senior year, and my cousin. So there were three of us. We called ourselves the Triple Chocolate. And we did well. My brother and I got scholarships to that university across the causeway, and it was a horrible experience for me there. I didn't feel like I belonged there, and oftentimes I was told that I couldn't succeed, and I was treated like I didn't belong there, and I felt like college wasn't for me, up until the point where a university counselor told me that I should drop out, go to a junior college, and try to transfer to a state school, because a college like UC Davis wasn't for somebody like me. Naturally, I was very upset, and I didn't get below a B after that. I proceeded with my life. I decided to eventually obtain a master's degree after becoming a law enforcement officer, and I landed at Sac State, where, again, Sac State was a springboard to leadership for me. I was told, instead of I can't do, that I can do. People like Professor Lynette Lee, who's sitting over there, encouraged me. She taught me the concept of integral theory, how to holistically address problems in order to create holistic solutions. It's something that I use every day in my life. Thank you very much, Professor Lee, for everything you've done for me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You made me believe that I deserved to be a scholar. You turned me into a scholar, and it's the reason why I graduated from this university with a 3.87 GPA, and eventually went to law school, earning a grade point average in law school higher than what my grade point average in high school was. Thank you. Yeah. As a matter of fact, in law school, I received 4 national awards for being the top earning student in my courses, which was a big deal to me because I was told that I was not a good student and that I had a learning disability earlier in my life, which, you know, I love proving the naysayers wrong, but the people who encourage me and tell me that I can do great things, I love proving them right more. It really pushes me to the next level. So thank you guys who encourage me in my life. Thank you so much. All right, so I just looked at my list of things to say, and that is all. So I'm going to leave you guys, but I want you to know that my work is not finished. You've made me your rising star for a reason, and I will continue to rise. I will continue to do good things. I will continue to give back to my community, and this is not the last you have heard of Ryan Harrison. Thank you very much.